It's another edition of the Trading Tips video newsletter, teaching you how to become a successful trader today. This video newsletter is brought to you by TradingTips.com.
Welcome to this edition of the TradingTips.com video newsletter. In this episode, we'll be looking at the options pick for the Options Insider website, the recommended Leaps play for September 12, 2011, which is international paper, ticker symbol IP. Without further ado, let's begin. International Paper Company, ticker IP, is a global paper and packaging company with operations in the United States, Europe, South America, and Asia. The company's main business segments are uncoated paper and packaging. International Paper also runs a North American wholesale distribution business. The company owns or manages around 200,000 acres of timberland in the United States and 250,000 acres in Brazil, with additional harvesting rights on government-owned acres in the former Soviet Union. In 2010, the firm reported net income of $644 million on revenue of $25.18 billion. International Paper has a market cap of $11.44 billion and is a member of the S&P 500 Composite Index. Options Insider last looked at International Paper on August 5, when we recommended its $25 strike January puts at $265 or less. They entered that day at $239, and then went on to hit their $370 price target on August 7 for a gain of 54.8%. Now, given the continuing heavy insider selling, as well as heavy institutional selling, IP has an accumulation distribution grade of D+, and I once again like its long-term puts. Dating back to March 15, insiders at International Paper have purchased or otherwise acquired 25,892 shares, and sold or otherwise disposed of 161,160 shares. This works out to a buy-to-sell ratio of 0.2 to 1, or, expressed inversely as a sell-to-buy ratio, 6.2 to 1. In all, IP insiders invested $833,978, but cashed out just shy of $4.9 million worth of their company's stock. What's more, all 25,892 shares worth of purchases came on a single date, May 10, which was quite a while back. And since then, through July 15th, officers and directors have sold 67,775 shares for a total of $2,021,572 without making any buys. Here's a grid displaying IP insiders buying and selling dating back to March 15th. Buys are in red, sales are in black. The date, insider, number of shares, type of transaction, and total dollar amount of the transactions are included. This slide contains a 6-month chart for IP. There are 4 points listed, A, B, C, and D. Point A is March 15th, the earliest date on the chart. Point B is May 10, the last time insiders made any buys. Point C is July 15, the last date on which insiders made any transactions. Point D is August 5, the date on which we last looked at IP at Options Insider. On Friday, shares of International Paper opened at $26.59, down from a previous close of $26.99, and went on to close much lower at $26.17, down 3.04% for the day. As a result, the $27 strike April puts gained 14.1% to close at $445, with a bid-ask spread of $435, $445. I like these puts anywhere within that range or possibly slightly lower, with a price target of $625 and a stop loss of $310. If you'd rather play the stock than the option, wait for IP to hit $27 before entering on the short side, and look for it to fall to $24.84 before taking profits. Note: these were the entry price and targets given to Options Insider subscribers when the pick was first made. For non-subscribers, there is a new set of recommendations which will be included at the end of this video. Update: to keep things honest, this video was produced on September 12, the day the IP pick was made. We decided to delay publishing for a few weeks to see how the pick panned out. On September 12, the play did enter at the recommended $445. From there, it had subsequent closing prices of $434, $440, and $393. Then, on September 22, it shot as high as $545. Finally, the puts next traded at $520 on Monday, September 26. Notice that the puts didn't trade every trading day, which is normal. Also notice that this play remains open, which is typical of a Leaps play. Now, if you're not an Options Insider subscriber, and you'd like to get in on this pick, we still recommend it. I think the puts are still a good value at 520 or less. My target is now 725 and my stop loss is 365. If you'd prefer to play the stock rather than the option, I'd like to short IP at 25.55 or higher with a price target of 23.50. We hope you've enjoyed this TradingTips.com video newsletter. Thanks for watching and good trading.
This Trading Tips video newsletter has been brought to you by Manny Bacchus's First Hour Trading System. Every day there's money to be made in the first hour of stock trading. This is the world of day trading, not for novices, unless you have a system. The First Hour Trading System. Visit firsthourtrading.com now and sign up for a free 30-day trial. You could make enough in the first hour of your day to take the rest of the day off. View more Trading Tips videos. Visit tradingtips.com. Sign up for our free video newsletters and become a successful trader today.